Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Sports&Nerdy, the nerdy side of the channel. Obviously, you've all seen videos on this channel about football, sports. You've seen the shows that I've been doing with my good friend Guy from the Lane, with Patrick. But this side of the show will be about the nerdy side, aka sci-fi, science fiction, no fantasy yet. Thank you decided that yet. But as I say, Guy, massive Star Trek fan. Pretty sure we've seen
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single film between us.
Essentially, I my background is a year zero baby, right? So,
Mhm.
um, at year zero, I was watching science fiction, as in like a little baby. We had Doctor Who, Star Trek was in the 60s, and when I was born, there was lots of reruns. So essentially, yes, I'm a massive science fiction uh, fan and also a good writing fan.
Yeah,
So yes, and I think that Gene Roddenberry created something amazing.
that's the thing. My history when it comes to science fiction is my. I came back from football training one day and it was pissing down with rain. I said to my mum, "Can I take one of my dad's VHSs? If that's for all the younger viewers on the channel, VHS is videos, video recordings. You don't get them anymore. You got YouTube and you got streaming services. We had video recordings on a box, and you had to put it into then you had to put it into your cassette player. But you know what? And my very first episode I ever watched of Star Trek was a little episode called The Enterprise Incident. And since then, I was hooked. And where has my co-host gone?
Yeah, I'm still here, brother. I'm just getting a drink. Just give me a moment. I'll
That's
be
right.
back.
But as I say, that was my very first thing. I've been to a couple of conventions that were in the UK during
I don't want to
the
talk about conventions, bro.
what are you going?
I'm gonna let your audience know. I used to go to Comic Con back in the day, and it was really cool. I cannot go to Comic Con now, bro. It is to me crazy. And I've spoken to you, so I used to
Mhm.
go when Comic Cons were fun. Is when all of the actors and it was all kind of like a symbolic thing, and
Yeah,
now it's all just all the money, the money, money. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't like going Comic Con ever. The
I went
last one
Comic
I went
Con
to, I
last
got
year.
thrown out of.
I went Comic Con last year with a good friend of mine who knows when I see this, and it was actually a really good experience, like really good, and yeah, it was actually decent. But um, as I say, the nerdy side of the channel, obviously, this channel is called Sport&Nerdy. We cover sports, we cover football. Both of us are both of us are two massive football fans of different teams, but soon to be in different leagues. Just saying, sorry, guy. But yeah, like as I say, this channel, the nerdy side of it, will be covering Star Trek, Doctor Who, Star Wars,
Oh yes, because I'm a year zero baby on that one, brother. Adam,
and
Troughton, and fucking
what other thing were we going to cover? Star
Pertwee.
Trek, Star Wars. What's that?
I was like Pertwee.
Yeah.
Pertwee was one of my favorite doctors as a child.
The thing is, I got into Doctor Who with Eccleston, and not gonna lie, he was a good Doctor. But we'll go into that more in detail on another video on Doctor Who because Doctor Who will also be doing some other things we'll be going through this video. And yeah, like as I say, Star Trek to me is the main reason why I got into doing the nerdy side. I I haven't told Guy this, so I'm going to tell him now. I do fan fiction writing in my free time because it keeps me sane and keeps me like not going crazy. Like, but nothing like erotic fiction with like Spock wanting to shag Kirk on that bollocks. It's completely different. And you don't even fall asleep, my friend.
No, no, continue, continue. I'm not falling asleep. I'm just like, what the fuck?
No, no, I
I
do
don't
like
care. It's all
I,
good,
I,
bro.
I write like a my own like fan like my own like stories in my own spare time. That's the thing. That's just that. But
Well,
yeah.
I just play the fucking video games and watch like the. Well, to be honest, when it comes to Star Trek, I've not watched content, but I play like
Hmm.
there's like indie developer games in the
Yeah.
Star Trek universe and stuff. And yeah, no, I follow that because at the end of the day, I remember Captain Kirk. I remember Captain Pike. I actually remember Captain Pike. Like, I remember that first
Yeah.
episode. So yeah, no, yeah.
But
Anyway, let's go.
as I say, the very first four videos that we will be covering on this channel, which will be released whenever, whenever we have time, because we're both busy guys. We've both got things to do outside of our side. Is we will be covering a top 10 captains in our opinion video,
Yeah,
which my
yeah,
friend Guy has organised. He's going to already
yeah,
pack them stuff.
yeah. I just built an app, bro. I just built an app.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, here's the thing. I think you're going to be very surprised about my top 10 because
Hmm.
there, it's one of those things. And we were talking about it. Here's the thing. It talks about canon, and
Yeah,
here's the thing. Out of all of the next generation cast, so out of all the captains, right? So we had Cisco during the next generation
yeah,
DS9 kind of like. So the new Trek has not touched Cisco, it's touched Picard. We had an animated Janeway. We had an animated Janeway, people. We had an animated Janeway.
yeah.
But yeah, I think my top 10 is going to surprise you. It
And I
really
think
is.
Sesco has been covered in Starfleet Academy, but we'll get onto that show during our talks
I've never
because
watched it. I'm never watching that, mate. Sorry. Sorry.
they reference Sesco. But you know
Yeah,
what? So
is he in it
Cisco,
though?
not Cisco.
He's not in it. He's not in it.
No, no, they mention him and all that stuff. I don't.
Yeah,
We'll talk
that's
about
what
it
I
like
thought.
when we get there. We'll also be reviewing our personal top 10 battles in Star Trek from the films and the TV shows. Two separate videos for that. The TV shows have
Yeah,
got a lot more battles, and like we're going to talk off air about what shows we've actually watched. Like if if guys watch one and I've watched the same, we'll do that way. We're not going to choose because we
yeah.
got like
There is something on the internet called transformative content.
yeah,
So what we can do is I'll design like a watermark. We can put
yeah,
a watermark on the video we're showing because no offense, you don't know these channels, but I know them, right? So
yeah,
EFAP, EFAP, every frame a pause does this kind of stuff.
hmm,
Nerdrotic, Nerdrotic does this kind of stuff. Rags, who's also an EFAP member, also
yeah,
Mauler, who goes into hours and hours and hours of dissection of scripts and subplots of science fiction.
hmm,
But yeah, we can do this, and also it will be entertaining because
yeah,
I feel as much as we all think we know we're right, but in certain battles, I
yeah,
do have a question of high command. Not high command. I have questionable antics and
yeah.
shenanigans posted at certain admirals.
Also, another video that I want to cover, and I think my friend Guy wants to cover, is also a battle breakdown of how
Yeah,
the Federation and Starfleet messed up. I almost swore them messed up the Battle of Wall 359.
Yes, yes, yes.
How like
It was
how did it
horrid.
turn? How did it turn into a It turned into a massacre. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! In case you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, because
Jesus,
it's been here for like nearly 20 plus years, bro. We're not
you know.
spoiling nothing. It's like, by the way, do you know that Darth Vader is Anakin, bro? We're not spoiling nothing, but
I didn't know
look,
that. Jesus.
War, yeah, I know. War 359.
Mhm.
Essentially, you had not we essentially were cock teasing the content.
Mhm.
It's a triple C. Cock teasing the content. Love it. Right, but at essentially there are massive
Mhm.
implications on the admirals of that fleet. But the great thing about it is they can't answer for their crimes because they are dead. Every admiral of that fleet that encountered
There's only
the
one.
Borg
There's only one
cube,
admiral, wasn't there?
they all died. They all died with
Spoiler
tens
alert!
of
Spoiler alert! We have to say
thousands of
spoiler alert.
crews
Yeah.
with tens of thousands of crews because they did not listen. That whole arc
Mhm.
is about Starfleet reevaluating threats because they got too big for their balls. They thought,
Mhm.
what is this? And also, you got to remember during this time, we weren't building. I love that I say we, right? So Starfleet wasn't building warships; they were
Mhm.
building exploration ships.
Yeah, they
If
was.
they would have, yeah, it was the golden age of the
Mhm.
TNG. It was the golden age of
The Star Trek
like, I'm not
universe.
lying. Yeah, it was the golden age of
Yeah.
exploration because what they did was they condensed it in DS9 and they were like, look, you need to see the interplanetary stuff.
Mhm.
And then they started to expand it again with the exploration in Voyager, right?
Yeah.
Again, I could go on for hours about the symbolism. But here's the thing during that period of the
Mhm.
Federation's time, it was built for exploration, not
Mhm.
war. And that's why the Borg not only, I know a lot of people go on the existential and the philosophical
Mhm.
about the hive mind. Here's the thing it's not just even about that. They are able to destroy fleets
Mhm.
20 I think it was probably like I think it's 200,000 people died on
Apparently,
cruise.
apparently,
They
from
are
what I've
scary
seen,
as fuck.
how many people died at the Battle of Wolf 359? Spoiler alert, apparently 11,000 people were killed or assimilated during that battle. However, we will cover that in the video because
Yeah, we're only
if
we're prick teasing.
I mean, like, I've got my opinion on it. Guy's got his opinion, but guess what? You're gonna have to wait and see. And another video that I want to do is um a what if video. What would happen if me and Guy were in command of Starfleet forces during that battle? What would we do differently than what they did in the show? Now, bearing in mind, this videos like that have been done before on YouTube. I don't care
Yeah,
because
but
my
we're gonna do
opinion
it and we're gonna
is
make it
Guy's opinion.
entertaining, bro. We're gonna make it
Because
entertaining.
like like
We're gonna
like
have a
guys,
laugh.
guys probably got different guys got probably different views
Look,
on how I would
have you
do.
not noticed I'm sporting the Kirk hair? This is 100% Kirk.
I'm just wearing a t-shirt, you know. Pick up the merchandise from the Science Museum. Good merchandise, but you know what? Like that's another thing I want to do, and that's the idea. And then obviously the top ten. We've got three top tens coming to the channel. We've got a battle breakdown. The battle breakdown is going to be a long video.
Featuring a massive talk about Stargazer. Stargazer is an incredible ship. It
Mm-hmm.
has it is it essentially was Picard's first command,
Hmm.
and he commanded that ship like Ronaldinho commanded a football. It was the Picard maneuver. It essentially
That's
was
the
a
thing.
chef's kiss of
But we'll be
tactical.
covering. We'll
Yeah,
be covering that
that's against the
in the
Ferengi
battlefield.
Wars. That's
Yeah.
against the Ferengi Wars.
We'll also be covering the thing. Another video I didn't send this to Guy because I literally forgot. Is a crossover videos like that I want to do for the channel. Guy, I think I spoke to you about it previously on another channel on a video we did.
Yeah. No, we spoke about it
This,
backstage, but essentially we're
yeah,
talking like Dalek versus Borg, like Ferengi versus Cybermen. You know what I mean?
that's the thing. Starfleet versus all that. But this channel, if guys, for example, guys busy one day, I might just do a video of like Star Trek things and like Star Trek whatever, Doctor Who whatever.
Yeah,
But
grow your
obviously
channel, bro.
this like I'm on 14 subscribers right now, and you know what? I'm just happy that one person subscribed because I mean I'm doing something right. I mean that's the thing. I've got 14. I've got what 34 videos, most of them are short to be honest. First thing, like this channel is sports, obviously the football stuff. Might even cover some wrestling stuff if I can be bothered.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be
Um,
involved with that, bro.
like it's actually I might cover it, I might not. The nerdy side. Another thing, Guy, do you watch like Marvel stuff like that, or not bother?
Yes, I told you.
On the
Yes.
side, I literally forgot. So you know what? We'll cover Marvel. We'll cover the Marvel. The newest Marvel film comes
Yeah,
out
because
this.
it's worse. The Marvel universe is in a worse state than Spurs. That's how bad it is.
But you know what? I was like, now, I forgot that you like Marvel. We could do a top 10 Marvel films. We could do top 10 stuff like that. I said this channel. I want to make this channel. Obviously, we got the football side, as I say before, but let's. I want to have some fun on the nerdy side because
Yeah, hell's
everyone
yeah.
has.
We'll do it.
I mean, everyone loves a bit of nerdy stuff. I mean, everyone has their own favourites. Star Trek. Not gonna lie, it saved my life when I was younger. Like I went through some dark time about 10 years ago, 10 years plus, and it saved my life because yeah, it actually was there during my dark times. Um, and yeah, as I say, Star Trek to me is one of the best franchises ever. When you get people come up to you saying, "Oh, well, Doctor Who, what is it? Star Wars is better than Star Trek." Shut up. Sit there, shut your face, and just learn your role because Star Trek. If it wasn't for Star Trek, Star Wars would not be here. I think we can agree on that. And guys are thinking, "What the fuck? What the hell have I just walked into?"
No, essentially, they're just science fiction properties, bro. They're just science fiction properties. It's fine. It's all good.
But but you know what? As I said, the very first video me and Go will be working on is a top 10 captains. In our opinion, me and Go will have different lists. Guy might like one particular captain, I might not like them.
I mean, that's the whole premise. That's the whole
Yeah,
premise,
that's the
bro.
thing.
Yeah,
And
because it is what it is, bro. I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be
mhm.
wild. I'm going to look forward to that because there's going to be reasons that I'm going to talk about and let's go.
But you know what? As I say before, like and subscribe. Guy, do you want to big up your channel or
No, it's just guy from the lane, bro. It's fine.
just Guy from the lane? Go and support my guy. You know, show him some love because next season he might be going to different grounds around the UK. I don't know, Rochdale, all that stuff. Like, just
Charlton,
imagine.
bro.
Here we go, and Charlie.
Don't
Just
even
imagine this,
lie,
right?
bro. Don't even lie, bro. Because if Charlton plays Spurs, you know I'm gonna get
I'll,
you involved in that game.
I'll beat that, don't worry. But as I say
Yeah,
before, like,
yeah, yeah.
obviously,
You're gonna be in the valley, bro. Come on,
at the
like a.
moment, at the moment, Star Trek.
No, I'll pay
In
for your
between us,
ticket, mate.
no, I'll get a ticket from a friend of mine. Like, Don't worry about that. Like
Yeah,
I
I
sit on
know.
halfway line. But
Scotland
as I say
versus
before,
Spurs, bro. Let's go.
as I say before, what is it like? As in terms of, let's just talk about like the football side of it, just quickly in terms of like correlate with the sci-fi nerdy side. I don't know. I'm here. Like my club is here. Like here. Like we're staying in the Premier League. You know, we're part of like the first contact fleet. You know, surviving, chilling. Guys Club is like down there. You know, like the Mirandas, like the Elberths,
No
like the
worries. Shuttle
Constitutions.
class getting picked off, bro. It's fine.
But you know what? As I say, Star Trek content will be released. Doctor Who content. There's so much content we can do. Doctor Who. What's the one thing I haven't watched? Battlestar Galactica I haven't watched. I've never watched it.
I watched the original. I
Hmm.
watched the original. I did not watch the remake, which became a massive thing in certain circles. I
Hmm.
watched the original Battlestar Galactica on
I've never
reruns.
watched. I've never watched. I don't think I watched Lost.
I've never watched that. I never got into it. To me, I
I.
was just like, I just don't like J.J. Abrams shit.
Hmm.
Even I don't like Lost. I don't like that chick assassin
Hmm.
with Jennifer Garner. I don't like his Star Trek movies. I don't like his Star Wars movies. I don't like J.J. Abrams.
I was with an ex, and if you watch this, you know who you are. But I don't think you will because, yeah, and you're a United fan, and your team is shit. Still, in my opinion, but let's just say that. Um, I was with an ex. They love Lost. I got lost in Lost. Like I'm not gonna lie, I got lost in Lost. But you know what? So yeah, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Babylon 5. I watched a couple
Babylon
episodes of.
5's amazing. The Sheridan Wars,
Yeah,
Sheridan Independence, the Nagari. Yeah.
that's and we can cover all that. I need to watch it because I need to get back into it because I did watch. I watched the film with the Battle of the Line, which I still think is a brilliant film. But hell, that's just
Yes,
my
it is.
opinion. But no, like we're doing that. But you know what? We've been doing. We've been talking about like certain like Star Trek and like sci-fi stuff for nearly after 25 minutes, half an hour if we include backstage. Guy, have you got anything to say like the top ten captain before like?
Well, no, I just think that it's going to be visually stimulating because it's not just us going to be like talking bullshit. It's actually going
Yeah,
to be like it's actually going to look cool.
yeah.
It's actually going to look cool. It's not. We are taking it up a peg in the professionalism because I've built
Hmm.
an act for it, and it's going to look cool. And we're going to do exactly the same template for starships, and I think it's
Starships.
going to. Yeah, yeah,
With the
yeah.
Starships one, are we going to do? Are we just going to do Starship classes or Enterprises? Because mind you,
Oh yeah,
Enterprise.
yeah, because enterprises is different, right? Here's the
Yeah,
thing, there's different enterprises. Let's not tease, but it's all good. Let's not conclude. Let's just tease, bro. But
but you know what? We'll
we'll,
do Starships.
yeah,
We'll do thingies. We'll even do a Doctor Who top 10 one of these days. There's so much content we can cover with the nerdy sides. But
yeah, because
don't
people
worry.
are going to be shocked about.
Yeah,
I've got a top 10 doctors as well. Here's the thing: that code that I can
yeah.
read and do for doctors. Like, it's going to be surprising what people think about my top 10, bro.
Hmm.
Because,
That's the thing.
yeah,
But you know what, guys? It has been going on for 27 minutes. We always hit a 2 hour stream. I am not doing a 2 hour stream when it is quarter past
no, it's
12.
fine. We'll just coxy to the audience, bro. It's all good.
But you know
It's
what?
fine.
We'll release these videos, top 10 videos, battle videos on both video, on movies and um, television. Television side, we've got a lot to decide between like each because there's a lot of battles that we put. I like them, I do like the battle breakdown. That's one episode I'm looking forward to doing between me and you because that might have to be a two-parter because there's pretty so much into it. And
Yeah,
the
yeah, we'll just talk about it.
the what if video. The what if video of me or Guy was in command and what would we do differently. But you know what? As I say before, everyone enjoy yourself within reason. Take it easy, and as someone says in Star Trek, walk for me.